friends, welcome to another video. I already had one video done today. You can go back and check that video out where we already read the word of the Lord for today. So you can go and check that video out. And so today I'm going to show you some of the quilts that I made, and then in the next video I'll show you some of the items that I'm going to use to make my next coming project. So I'll show you some of the quilts that I've already made. Some of these I've made with the embroidery machine, and some of them I made with some of the other techniques I'm going to use for the next project. So this is just a quilt that I made, and it just has applique hearts on it, and then it just has solid blocks for the other block. And so these hearts were not made on the embroidery machine, but I have done them like this on the embroidery machine before, but I'm not gonna, the project that's coming up, these ones weren't done with embroidery. They were done with one of the items that I'm going to use for my embroidery quilt, but these ones were done by hand. So I have that one, and then I have this little small one right here, and it's kind of done the same way with these don't have a solid block in the middle. They just all have a little heart applique block on it. And then here's another little piece too that I think I'm going to sew those two together. Now this, I did use the embroidery machine to make this quilt. And this one doesn't have, this one just has all the applique circles on it, but I did use the embroidery machine to create those circles. And so this one doesn't have any blocks between it. And what I did with these was I created these blocks, these circles on the machine, and then I pressed them to a block. And then this was a project that I created while I was away on vacation. I would take these and I would hand stitch them down on while I was on an airplane, or while I was traveling or something like that. And then here's another one. All of these circles were created using the embroidery machine. And then I hand stitched them. I don't know if you can see on the back where this, yeah, see where the stitching is? They're hand stitched onto the block. You can stitch them on by machine as well, but since I use these blocks when I travel, they were my airplane busy work. They were done by hand. And here's more. And these were done over several trips, over several years, and I just had a bunch of them, and then I just took them and put them onto blocks. Let's see. And then here's one of those as well, but I just used the background light fabric. And so I used the light fabric, and then I used some other little squares of fabric. Now this is the project that I'm going to do coming up next. Now I'm going to show you how to create this little small quilt like this. I really like this. And I done the circles on the machine, and then I hand stitched them to the back of a block. So this is a really easy and simple project that we're going to create, and we'll probably make one small like this. but I really enjoy doing this project. And like I said, you don't have to sew the circles on by hand. You can sew the circles uh, onto the background box with the sewing machine. I didn't do it that way, but it can certainly be done that way. And here is a big quilt that I never put the whole quilt together, but we're going to do a small one, and then we're going to do it the whole thing where we quilt it and sandwich it and everything. And this is a pretty big one. This is a pretty big one, but I really, really like it. I love all the colors. This is considered a scrap quilt, and I really like making scrap quilts. So, yeah, it's pretty big. So we're gonna do that one. And then here's another one of the heart quilts, and it just has a solid square. It has a heart, a solid square, and then another appliqued heart onto it. So yeah, and then here is another applique quilt. It's a red work quilt that I did with the machine. It's little Raggedy Ann and Andy. I had these little dolls that I did all of these little applique blocks with. Or not really applique, but this is considered red work. And then I just put these little fabric scraps. These are considered 9 patches, and I just put these little 9 patches with it. But that's a little embroidery quilt. And then this one doesn't have any embroidery. This one doesn't have any embroidery in it. But this was a quilt block that, class that I used to teach. And you could either make a table runner, and it has a pretty big block with it. You can make a table runner with it, and this is like a long table runner. Or what you could have made is a quilt. You had enough squares, you could have made a quilt. And then here's another one that I normally make embroidery in the center block, but I didn't do embroidery in this one. This one usually has like some type of embroidery. And we may do one of these quilts because it's really, really a simple project. And once again, this is a scrap quilt. And I like scrap quilts that are like monochromatic. They have one color, but a whole bunch of fabrics of that one color, a whole bunch of different ones. Like this has a lot of different blues, but the whole thing is just a bunch of blues. And this has only has 9 blocks in it. This is a really easy quilt to make. So we might make one of those. And this one, I probably won't do this one because this one has a lot of bias in it. And I probably won't do this one. But I like this one. It was in my stash. I'll probably quilt it some kind of way. But I'm sure that I won't do it because it has too much. These little pointy things is a lot of bias. It's a lot of stretchiness to that, and bias stretches a lot. So I won't do that one. And then this one I just found in my stash. I did this one a long time ago. I need to get it quilted. It was from a class that I took. I don't even remember what the name of it was. But it was in my stash, so I figured I'd show it. I really like it. It has like about 12 blocks in it, I think. Something like that. But like I said, I don't even remember what the class was. But I love the fabrics. These are batiks. And so yeah, I really like those fabrics. So I just wanted to show that to you. And then I have one more quilt that I need to make 2 more of these. This I made for my granddaughter. I was making this when her mom was pregnant with her. Shame on me, and she just turned 6 years old. And now there's 2 more. So I need to make one for her. Well, I need to finish this one, and then I need to make one for 2 of her sisters. So, but yeah. And I did do this on the embroidery machine. So I did this block right here on the embroidery machine, all of these roses. And then I had some strips of fabric where I just made, like, it's just considered a rail fence. So I won't make another rose quilt. I think I'll make one will be a heart that's considered this red work, and then the other one will probably be one will be a heart, and one will be, I have another one, a flower, a heart, and I'm trying to think of the other thing I have. Can't remember what the other one is, but it will be something different. Oh, a butterfly. The other one's a butterfly. So yeah. So stay tuned for that. It will be a while because these do take a while to create. But we're going to create, where did the block go? Let's see. Oh, I don't even see. Oh, I think my block is down there. I'll come back in the next video and show you what you're going to need to create your quilt if you want to join me in the process of what I'm going to be using to make a quilt. So I just want to thank you for joining me for this video. God bless you. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye-bye.